Bienvenidos de nuevo, estimados caballeros. As those of you that follow me on either TikTok or Instagram will already know, I've been working on a bathroom renovation project for several months now. And what I want to do in this video is show you how I'm staying on top of my budget for the whole project inside Notion. My goal with this whole renovation project is not just to create another bathroom for another bathroom's sake, just to enjoy a second bathroom. It's actually to unlock essentially additional rental income, which is why this is an investment more than just an aesthetic kind of project for, improving the value of the home or whatever. It's not just that, it's actually to build additional income, because the situation I'm in right now, I live in a single family home and I am currently living with a roommate who I share a bathroom with because we only have the one bathroom in this house. And I have another spare bedroom that's right now just not being used. And so I could, technically I could rent that third bedroom out if I wanted to right now, but then it would be three of us sharing just the one bathroom, and I don't think that would be comfortable, and I don't think it would be fair to my current roommate. And so instead I'm working on this bathroom renovation to have that second bathroom, and then I figure I can move myself into the smallest bedroom downstairs and then have the bedroom that I'm currently living in be the room of the new roommate once I'm ready to bring them in, and then they can share a bathroom and we'll have those two bathrooms. Will be a lot more comfortable. And anyway, I say all of that to say this bathroom renovation is not just to make the basement prettier, it's not just to complete it or whatever. It's an investment. It's to create additional passive income to make my life easier and to give it's to buy myself time to do this kind of thing, to focus more on my online business and all the other things that I want to do and learn and see and etc. So without further ado, I want to show you inside Notion. Let's jump in. Empecemos. All right, so here we are inside of my Notion account. I have the two sort of main pages of interest set up side by side here to show you both of them. Before we dive in, let me just explain briefly what I was after with this whole thing. With a project, a one-off project like a bathroom renovation, any kind of investment that's a one-time investment designed to create additional income or build wealth somehow, I wanted to budget and watch my money toward that project in a way different than my typical month-to-month expenses. And so the way that I've designed this thus far is I have two sort of types of transactions. Let's start over here on the transactions side and I'll explain what I mean. I'm going to make this bigger. Okay, so I have here on the transaction side, first of all, my transactions are all of the inflows or outflows of money into any and all of my financial accounts. Any cash transactions I log manually, but besides that, I have my Discover account, I have my bank accounts, all the money, all the accounts that I have that I'm using actively to spend or earn money into. They're connected automatically to my Notion account using an application called BankSync, which I walked through a little bit in another video series, which if you're curious, I'll link that up in the corner. And so they get pulled into here automatically, and then I can categorize them based on what kind of transaction they are. So for example, let's see here, Culver's ice cream. Every Saturday I allow myself a little sugary treat. And so I bought $4.80 worth of ice cream. and so I put that in my eating out category. And that eating out category, anything in this column here are all my typical sort of month-to-month expenses. And that then shows up in another area of my Notion account, which is, I call this bird's eye views. My bird's eye views, in particular my money portion of my bird's eye views, I use to watch my inflows and outflows on a monthly basis. So these are all my typical earnings. On the right side, the blue is the in stream, the income of the two sides of the same coin, of how much I'm earning month to month. And then on the left side, the yellow is how much is being outflowed. And then the difference I can sum up here in this view, the cash flow view. I want this to be positive generally. You can see this month I'm a little bit behind. And so that's the month to month, right? And that's what I had set up before, but now in wanting to be able to budget for, instead of month to month, I want to be able to budget for a one-time project like this bathroom renovation. The bathroom renovation, let's make this bigger now. The bathroom renovation, I was aiming to cost me roughly $10,000. That was going to be my goal. And again, it's a one-time large one-off investment project. That's typically how that kind of investment is. It's not a month-to-month thing. It's a one-time thing, and you're setting aside a lump sum of money to produce a certain result that the goal is to ultimately make you wealthier. So I set aside roughly $10,000 as a budget, and I have this broken down here. So I've got the plumbing portion, what I'm actually paying the plumbers for their part of the labor, the electrical portion, HVAC. I was planning on maybe hiring somebody to help me break up the concrete. I ended up doing it myself though. And then all the other, like the pieces of the puzzle. And then other things kind of come up, of course. And so I'll find room for those later. That's why I made this a little bit less, and I can move money around and all that stuff. But anyway, this is a one-time project. And so I wanted it to be different than the month to month. And so I just want to show you how this works. I've got this, let's just take this jackhammer rental / excavation portion of the bathroom renovation overall project. I've set aside, so this is my target right here. I've set aside $500 for that portion of this project. That means $500 of budgeted money for renting the jackhammer, for getting any, like I've purchased like gloves and a mask and whatever that I needed along the way. Any of those transactions that come into this side of the equation, I can come up to instead of the river flow category, I'm going to categorize them as a bank draw category. And so I'm going to give you an example right here. This final jackhammer rental, I spent about $60 to rent it for just a couple hours to get some last pieces of concrete done. And I'm going to take this and categorize it as the jackhammer rental excavation and watch what happens over on this side. Right now I've spent about $250, and I'm going to put this extra $60 in here for that jackhammer rental / excavation and give it a second, and it'll say now $310 has been used, leaving a remaining $189.88. And then I can do the same thing actually with this, the canvas drop cloth, because that's basically the same category, so I can put it in that same one. And so what this allows me to do, we can come back up here. You can see now how it's connected to my overall transactions process. I take those root transactions and then I categorize them appropriately, and I can watch them on both a month-to-month level and a more large one-off type project level. What I am seeing here is I have a budgeted amount of money have allotted for spending on this project, and then I have the amount that I've actually spent, and that comes directly from my actual transaction data. So I'm not just guessing, it's to the penny what I've spent on these respective categories. And then I can also see the most important thing probably is how much remaining I have to be able to spend in this category. And that shows me anything that's negative here, that would mean, well, I don't have any negative numbers, so let me just not even go there. I've got, so let's see here, the demo labor, because I did this all myself, that means I have an extra $450 budgeted that I can move. Instead of it being here, since I don't need that anymore, I could take that $450 and put it instead to the jackhammer rental excavation portion, or maybe some other thing comes up, like maybe I have to buy some special electric like mini jackhammer. There's some kind of handheld version of that to get the last bits of concrete that are still down there. And yeah, so, and then also I recently, one of my YouTube comments told me about the risk of radon. Radon is a gas that naturally occurs. Radon is apparently something that I should consider with respect to this whole thing, because it's in the basement and the age of my home suggests that I might want to get it tested and then maybe removed or whatever. And so that's going to cost more money, and I'm going to be able, because I have this surplus here, and things come up, and I allotted for it a little bit in the beginning as well. I can set aside that extra money, create a new category here. Let's just say radon, attention, any kind of the testing, the consultation, the actual service, whatever, any kind of radon expenses, I'll put as another, let's just put another like $1,000 or so, and I can take that away from demo labor. And so now I have roughly $10,000 set aside for the project. And hopefully it won't cost this much, but you can see, like, I'm not afraid now of this unexpected expense because I have a clear picture of what the overall project looks like. If you'd like to build something like this for yourself, leave a comment saying, yes, please. And I will plan on making a follow-up video going into more of how I actually designed this system from scratch using Notion. And by the way, completely free. You can create this completely free. You don't need any more than one chart, which is what the Notion free version allows you. And you don't have to set up your transactions automatically. You can put all of your transactions manually if you prefer to do that. And that way it's a completely free setup. I think it's only like $7 a month if you want to hook up your transactions automatically. But regardless, if you want that follow-up video, just leave a comment and I'll plan on making that next week. Hasta la próxima, estimados caballeros.